Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the GAC Group 2015 ITTF World Tour Qatar Open, part of the Super Series here in Doha, Qatar. I'm Adam Bobrow commentating, and right now we're coming into the quarterfinals for women's singles. Haeun from Korea on screen right now, and in front, Tetyana BILENKO, known as Tanya, the chopper with long pimples on the backhand. Quite an exciting match ahead of us. Haeun is 20 years old, world rank number 25. And Tetyana BILENKO is 31 years old and world rank number 88. Our head umpire and our assistant umpire. BILENKO is from Ukraine, from Kiev, has a very unusual style, not only chopping with the long pips on the backhand side, but almost every shot twiddling the racket, leaving her opponent confused as to what spin is on the ball, how much is on the ball, and which side of the racket she's contacting it with. I believe John Hilton is an English player who is essentially the reason that you have to have one side of the racket red and one side of the racket black. Had anti-spin on one side and inverted rubber on the other, and would confuse his opponents to no end. I believe was somewhere around number 4 on the English national team. Didn't face any of his teammates in the World Championships and just destroyed everybody with the element of surprise and confusion. So he became the world champion, and after that, one side of the racket had to be red and one side had to be black. So before the match, opponents will show each other their equipment, check and make sure that they know what's on which side. I'm gonna guess that the inverted is on the black side from BILENKO. As she breathed on it, we'll probably wipe it off. BILENKO says, no problem, I know what's on yours. Haeun checks out, long pips on the red side. Haeun, an attacking player from both sides, inverted on both. BILENKO was not seeded, caused some upsets in the preliminary draw, beating one of, if not the top-rated player in the women's preliminary rounds, Patricia Solja from Germany. Very strong up-and-coming player. 4-1. That was after beating Hwang Jina from Korea. And that guy's been a big fan, cheering loud for many players here. Haeun took down Liu Jia from Austria, the Fair Play Award winner, recent mother, a beautiful daughter. That was 4-1 for Haeun, and Haeun beat Joey Han of Singapore, the young player who's in the women's doubles finals. BILENKO, after making it into the main draw, took down Chung-Yi Ching from Taipei. 4-0, and then had a 4-2 victory over Shenyang Fei. So this should be a very exciting match. They've only played once before. Haeun, world rank number 25, took that match. It was in the Women's World Cup in 2013. Here we go. BILENKO to start off.
Love one.
First point to Young. Just too much power, incredible. The first 3 came back. Could hear the gasps in the audience. That feeling when the point's definitely over, but then it's not. Hits it right off the hand. You can hear the contact on BILENKO's racket on the red side. The long pips, it sounds like, either have no sponge or very thin sponge. Slows the ball way down. Drastic differences between forehand and backhand rubber.
2-all.
Which can be very effective for a player who twiddles so much. Heavy underspin to start it off.
2-3.
Both players standing tall. Yang Haeun showing her power. The first point of the match. And 2 backhand attacks in a row. Tough to tell which side she was using there. And there it's very clear it's the long pips. Very difficult to return a long pip fast attack. Virtually no spin for you to block the ball back into play. Ball left a little bit high, but close to the net, out in front of Yang. And now she's trailing 3 points to 4. With the long pips again, twiddled the racket and flat hit it with the red side. The long pips, watch this. There it was, and twiddled back. Gunslinging chopping from Ukraine. And this time with the inverted rubber. How on earth are you not confused? I mean, for BILENKO to know so well what she's using and how to use it when your defensive opponent can attack that well. And an outright service from the backhand to win the point. It's a strong lead for BILENKO. That's a common time to twiddle right after the serve. And the long, deep chop floated a little bit. Yang overlifts.
9-3.
Lights on, lights off. Keeps her guessing, and it is a 6-point lead. BILENKO not even allowing a rally to get started half of the time. And now that she has 7 game points, I would say she allowed the rally to start there. It was Yang who didn't want to get into a rally. Wanted to finish the point quickly. 10-3 for BILENKO. The ball hit right into the body. BILENKO still able to get it back for a shot. It's the follow-up that's too wide to the forehand. BILENKO has good wingspan. And BILENKO takes it convincingly, 11-4 over Yang Haeun, the upper seed. Stick around game 2. We'll see how things go just after this.
Time. Second game, level.
And we're back for game 2, where Tanya BILENKO is leading 1 game to love.
One love.
And BILENKO started the point with the long pips on the backhand side, next 2 chops on the forehand with the long pips.
Love 2.
We haven't seen many missed receives from BILENKO. Young Haeun, deceptive underspin reverse serve. A little break off the top of the net, but that drop shot was too good anyway. Soft touch. Would have been a difficult ball.
4 love.
And Young changing the tune from game 1, starting with the first 4 points of game 2, equaling her total score in game 1. Top of the net, but it stays on her side, and what a point early on. Side-swiping chop with the inverted from BILENKO. There it is. That's the one. The defensive players' attacks haven't come into play much yet. What was that? Can you hear me?
5.
This is weird. Beautiful backhand long pip attack from over the table. Quick twiddle. And rarely does a defensive player twiddle to the long pips for the attack. Fascinating game of BILENKO. And that's a missed connection right there. BILENKO quick to get back into the table to earn the forehand topspin shot. Right at the table. Missed on the backhand inverted attack. And almost every single shot, there's a twiddle between the rally. See that? So fast. Long push.
7-2.
Second point for BILENKO. Missed contact, like it caught the hand there. Excellent fish ball deep on the table, kicking away from the net, as any good fish should go. Impressive placement considering the ball was played right on her hip. And BILENKO is just a bag full of tricks. Did you see that serve? Sets up for tomahawk, goes under the ball with side under, the inside, start the rally, and then gets into the twiddling business. The Korean coach is on her feet, showing extra support for Young Haeun after losing game 1 11-4. Second towel break of the game. Heavy chop after a first ripping forehand out wide. That ball is floated with no
5-9.
spin. You could see how shocked Young was as she tried to leave it up on the table. I'm just excited to see BILENKO's serves. What's she gonna do next? Some very unique serves out here. Beautiful play down the short side of the table. Young Haeun going inside out on the ball, driving it deep into the backhand. Right on the baseline. And the long pips attack goes long, and the first game point of 5 is used by Young Haeun, cashed in, and it is time for game 3 just after this break. Stick around, we're tied up at 1 each.
여기서 무조건 깎죠. 얘는 그게 정해져 있어. 여기서 깎고 여기서 너 굴주지 않아. 회전을 그러니까 절대 그걸 앞에서 들고 가까이 가서
축구랑 꽉 따면 같이 해야 되는데.
그거는 또 하지 마. 그러니까 딱 할 때 그건 같은 거 조금 노란 말이야. 이렇게는 길게. 그럼 공격 갔는가 빼고 차라리 놀 때는 화를 놔. 그러면 화는 공격 안 되고.
뭐라고?
같은 노트
백으로
그렇지. 그거 조심하고 너클. 완전 너클하고. 이렇게 서비스 요건 완전 하프랑 앞에 틀리지 않게 이렇게 들고 공격을 하면 다리 좀 빨리 움직이고 저기 하고 있을 때 하나 딱 하고 뜬 거는 찬스볼이 아니야. 그건 다시 쭉 놓거나 하나 더 띄워. 떴을 때 띄우고 세게 치려고 하지 마. 떴을 때 그 판단만 하고.
Time.
And we come back for game 3 of this best of 7 match where it's tied up at 1 game each. Ju Se-hook on injury stepped out of the tournament. The legendary Korean chopper.
Okay.
The top chopper in the game for the last many, many years.
Take
Seeded
the
in this
game.
tournament.
Love all.
And now it's BILENKO with the serve. 1 game each, love all.
One love.
Close to the table push rally. BILENKO takes the point. And 2 beautiful topspin shots in a row. First one is blocked back. Topspin deep on the table, steps in, and with the long pips, just flat hits it through. Literally on the very edge of the blade.
One, two.
And BILENKO making a great save early in that point. Ball hit right into the body. Side spin chop. And from almost down at the ground, BILENKO getting it back, throwing her head for the ball, coming back into the table. Defensive players have to have strong legs, and BILENKO is getting to everything right now. Back into the table for attacks, chops from near the ground, leading 3 points to 1 in game 3.
4-1.
And it's the deceptive spin on the push near the table. 2 points this game have worked out that way for BILENKO. And Young feeling the pressure to finish the point with the backhand, or at least start the attack with it. Takes great confidence to play the attack ball. You could see the hesitation. It was because BILENKO saw that she was showing push and came running back, started her step back into the table. Young realized she needed to go with the attack there. She tries to play that soft. The next ball she's going to be eating for dinner. And
1-6.
BILENKO deep in the backhand corner, curving the ball back on. 2 shots in a row, hooking back in. A little less spin on it than Young thought on that last ball. That's a break for BILENKO. Ball left high. Young going for the crush shot, and she has the power. We've seen it at the Korea Open. She demonstrated some of her furious power. Now it's a 6-point lead for BILENKO. Goes for the backhand counter.
7-2.
Punches it back with some top spin off the inverted black side on the backhand. Difficult shot to do while falling to the ground. But quick reaction time, she's definitely shown time and time again she has. And from 7-1, 2 points in a row have gone to Young Haeun. You can see the frustration from BILENKO. It seems understandable that from time to time someone would miss the back edge of the table on a chop. A fast shot out wide to the forehand side. Again, from that angle, now we're going to be able to see. Was off the inverted, plays it a little faster, a little less spin. BILENKO is everywhere. Caught the edge of the table. Young barely catching the edge of the table on that smash. Just nicking it. But a strong drop shot. BILENKO was right there to get back into the table. Both players toweling off for the second towel break this game. Always a very thought-provoking experience playing a chopper, especially one with so many switches and things to focus on. And it's the underspin serve. Deceptive, looks like topspin, but brushes back under the ball, bringing the wrist back. And that was an unusual serve. Tomahawk serve with the long pips. Element of deception. The motion looks like it's going to create heavy spin, much like there was right there, but Young Haeun read it perfectly to play it down the line. A few chops have gone long for BILENKO now. Trying to shake it off, stay focused. Still leading by 3. Off the top of the net and out, and it is 4 game points for BILENKO to go up 2 games to 1. Tries to bring it back with a bit of a flat hit from deep in the forehand court. Still has 3 game points left. Serve was clearly underspin on the tomahawk. And she gets her own edge this time, brings it back. BILENKO with a quick, subtle apology, and 11 points to 7 to go up 2 games to 1. Game 4 back just after this break. We're back to start off game 4, where Tetyana Tanya BILENKO from Ukraine, world rank number 88, the 31-year-old in hot pink and light
Fourth
blue,
game,
is winning
love
2
all.
games to 1 over Korea's Haeun in black with the serve. And
Love
another
one.
edge. As far as edges go, I believe that's only 2-1 for BILENKO, so it shouldn't be that frustrating at this point. Huge backhand coming back into the table. It's BILENKO all over that ball. Watch how quickly she's back in, and with the long pips, comfortable attacking with either side. Not only forehand or backhand, but of the racket, and it's an outright serve to win the point. BILENKO, unbelievable. Flat hit back, a fishing shot with the long pips. She hit one of the fastest shots, and Haeun right on top of the table blocked back the flat hit from the long pips. That was an outstanding point. Just missing long on the fish shot, and it's the first point for Haeun this game. Not by a lot. Takes so much strength to play against a high-level chopper. And BILENKO able to get it over the table. As dropped as a drop shot comes, BILENKO uses her full wingspan, and she has a long wingspan, to get in over the table for that ball. She's got to be standing close to 6 feet, 183 centimeters-ish, I guess, for most of the world. And so fast. Just long on the inverted chop. Tanya's got a supporter in the crowd. No coach in her corner, though. And it's the long pips chop to the middle of the table. Again, that first chop off of a push is not quite as loaded with spin as after facing a loop. And Haeun is showing great focus. Really moving, staying low before her shots. Young turning things around a bit, making it a 2-point game. Sees the short side of the table, just overshoots it. Very aggressive serve, too, from the tomahawk deep into the backhand, kicking with some pace.
Time out.
And the timeout is called. It's going to be Tanya's timeout. BILENKO calls it herself. Icing the kicker, trying to break the rhythm as Haeun works her way back. It's very interesting watching the chopper play. It's almost like if you can survive this serve, we'll get into the rally. But in the meantime, I'm going to serve you something so threatening. It's like all or nothing on the serve. Occasionally, a defensive player will serve something to step around for a third ball. But a lot of the time, serving from the backhand is common for a defensive player, taking the middle of the table to immediately be in a defensive position. And BILENKO is back. She is the one who decides when the timeout ends, unless it's the clock at 1 minute, because she's the one who called it. Physical trainer for the Qatar team.
6-5.
And the big step around forehand. BILENKO waited patiently, chopped and chopped, recovered a few shots right at the body. Quick into the table, and straight into the forehand, but loaded with spin. So BILENKO takes the first point after her timeout. Changed the momentum a bit. Outstanding footwork by BILENKO, and that's the first fist pump and eye stare we've seen. Looking for eye contact from the opponent. Haeun doesn't come off as that confrontational.
8-6.
Quite frankly, neither does BILENKO. Just a big point for her. I think she wanted to make sure it really sunk in. Still a 2-point lead now with 2 serves. Too good. Right into the shoulder, the near shoulder at that. Haeun demonstrating the power we saw in game 1. That ball was high, but not that high. Look at where she hits it from, right into the body. And the long pips backhand attack. We are not seeing a lot of unforced errors out here. It's been a while since BILENKO's missed a shot that was even to be expected. From a step and a half behind the table to put that ball away with long pips. And pushing Haeun to use her backhand to open the rally. It is 3 game points for Tetyana Tanya BILENKO to go up 3 games to 1. Just amazing.
10,
Outstanding points. This right here, BILENKO has the ball blasted wide at full extension, brings it back. The follow-up shot's even better. I want to see that whole point a few times on replay. And finally, Haeun is able to put it away, hitting it behind the running defender. Highlights written all over it. 2 game points left for BILENKO, and now 2 serves on her racket. I'm just mesmerized watching her twiddle that racket. Unbelievable that she can keep track of everything, let alone Yang keeping track on the other side of the table. Incredible focus. And now it's a 1-point game. BILENKO, 1 more game point, 10-9. And the backhand with the long pips attack is what does it to make it 11-9 as BILENKO goes up 3 games to 1. Stick around because game 5 coming up just after this. As the players come back to the table for game 5, Tetyana BILENKO, world rank number 88, is leading 3 games to 1 over the world rank number 25, Yang Haeun from Korea.
Love all.
BILENKO's going to start with the serve, love all. Well placed, BILENKO still close to the table as Yang Haeun hits it right into the body with power. Sometimes it's easier for a player to take the ball early in the rally while it's spinning lightly.
1-all.
As opposed to after looping one, when it comes back off the long pips, loaded with all your spin given back in reverse. Ball left a bit high, but that's the excitement. We know BILENKO can get it back sometimes. The point's never over this defender. Very awkward shot on the run, trying to cover the wide ball. Big point, BILENKO evening out the playing fields here at 2 points each. Was wondering if Yang Haeun thought that hit the edge, but realized she was self-coaching after the point. Well-played shot, kept nice and low, very fast. The Yang Haeun power from game 1 has been sprinkled here and there throughout the match. Break off the edge of the table. BILENKO using that serve. It worked the first 2 times, fooling Yang Haeun, although she's made her adjustments. If she can vary the amount of underspin on that serve, it's going to be very difficult for Yang Haeun to receive. We haven't seen Yang Haeun able to force many errors out of BILENKO. Here and there, earn a high ball and then start smashing it for lobbing rallies.
For all.
And that is the saddest face. So much sadness in that face. Tied up at 4 each. Going for the kill shot to the body, hits the top of the net and out.
4-5. Timeout.
And the timeout is called. This time it's for the Korean player, Haeun, as BILENKO used hers before and used it well. I think this is definitely a good time, no later than this, for a timeout with Haeun, because she is struggling right now. Seemingly patient play through a long rally, then missing the big shots high near the net. Tough to tell what the coach was saying there, whether it's patient play or change of pace, bringing BILENKO into the table and back out, varying her topspin shots. It's a very difficult task to ask an attacker to do. We'll see what the coach's advice was and if it comes into play. Well hit right into the body, keeping the pressure on. Picking smart placement here this time. Haeun gets her ball, puts it away. We've seen BILENKO take that for a backhand side swiping chop many times throughout this match. And the second fish shot goes long. Young takes the lead. Neither player seems especially comfortable this game. BILENKO's been pressured into a few more missed shots. And in the push-to-push rally, Young should not win many of the push-to-push rallies. Interesting tactics right now. Anything to change it, because 75% of the first 4 games, Young has lost. Excellent placement out wide to the forehand side. Steps around, looks like she's gonna go cross court. Compact stroke. Dips a little bit. Didn't have to lunge too much. Well in position and takes the point. Off the top of the net.
7-0.
Sounded like a long pips hit. And BILENKO is right back in this, tied up at 7 each. Push just long.
8-7.
And off the top of the net this time, Yang gets a little help
7-9.
back. Still think the nets and edges are a little bit in the favor of BILENKO, but that rally, regardless, was just outstanding. The concentration to keep the ball in play that long with so much varying spin. It's a 2-point lead for Yang. So far, it seems to have been a good timeout as things have changed a bit since then. And this time the edge comes back. A big step around, plays a risky shot down the short side of the table. Man, that's close to hitting the side of the table. 1-point game. Just long and outstanding rally.
10-8.
Again, BILENKO with a huge forehand attack, blocked back and attacked with the long pips from the backhand side. The rally continues. She is all over the court. Almost looking right into the camera there as the ball sails past the back edge. It's a fighting chance. Yang has 2 game points to send this into a 6th game. Big inside out backhand.
10-9.
Leans, looks like she's going down the short side of the table and then hits it wide to the forehand. BILENKO, deception all over. 1-point game, 1 more game point for Yang Haeun. Well-placed shot. Yang Haeun takes it 11-9, and we're going to a game 6 just after this break. Stick around.
근데요, 제가 빌리고
Time.
And we're back for game 6, where Tetyana
Takes the
Tanya
game.
BILENKO
Love
is
one.
leading 3 games to 2 over Yang Haeun, the Korean player in black with the serve. Overall points-wise, BILENKO has won 47, where Yang Haeun has only won 42 points.
Love one.
A rare occasion. A short point started with a chop from BILENKO.
One on.
Just into the net after the third forehand inside-out ball wide to the backhand. BILENKO being pushed to the limits on the defense. Young Haeun gets so much power on that. We're starting to see a little bit more of the forehand that we saw in game one. And a break, a high ball deep on the table. BILENKO took a little bit of spin off the ball, and the flat hit. Get to see it one more time. That ball right there. Over hit, not a lot on it, didn't need to lift so much. Spin variation from BILENKO. And the backhand cross court with the long pips again coming into the table, closing the door on that point. Not too high, but she's there, waiting, lurking with that backhand. Good pace there from Young. Runs a fast, flat chop back. Doesn't really get a chance to get under that as much as she's used to. A little bit late. Sort of a chop block floating shot goes long, and Young takes the lead again. Players are point for point. BILENKO wins this game, it's over. Young wins it, we're going to a seventh, and the momentum is in Young's corner where the coach sits. Young with strong placement out wide to the forehand, sending BILENKO on the run, forcing an uncomfortable shot. That thing's got to be loaded. So much racket speed as she brushes under the ball. Up, the headband is fixed. Big forehand with a fixed headband. Heavy spin out wide to Young Haeun. Young's had trouble blocking that shot throughout the match. Even in the case where it's right into the forehand, it's just loaded with spin. Strong combination, wide kicking serve deep to the backhand, followed up with a wide shot into the backhand. Hitting it behind BILENKO has been very effective for Young. Get her moving one way. A little bit off the top of the net, but that is a fighting saw from Young. 3-point lead as she takes it with the forehand attack. Just missing the short side of the table and the spinny forehand for a 4-point deficit. BILENKO's gonna have to figure something out. Young is settling into controlling the points and placement right now. Not allowing quite as long of rallies. It seems like one answer, that backhand attack, it came right back. And then it was Young Haeun's backhand attack against a defensive shot that fell short. Overhit, gets a little bit fancy, tries to go inside out to the short side of the table. Very difficult ball to play against a chop. Trying to add any side spin when the ball is rotating back that fast can be quite difficult. And BILENKO almost into the splits, working the corners of the table, Young. Keeping it deep into the backhand and then stretching wide out to the forehand, but really driving BILENKO away from the table. That ball right there is what put her in position. Pretty amazing return from BILENKO, but still Young waiting there to finish the job. Davai, davai, says the crowd. Go for it, Tanya. Just off the top of the net and out, BILENKO misses long, and it is 4 game points for Young Haeun to take this to a 7th and deciding game. Look at this ball, top of the net. That would have made it if there was no net, but I guess you could say that about all sorts of shots. And Young Haeun just dodging the back edge of the table with the serve and 4 game points. Beautiful forehand to the short side. Catching the inside of the ball. Still 3 game points left. BILENKO not ready for game 7. Just long, and that is it. It is 11-7. We're going to a 7th and deciding game. What a marathon match. BILENKO and Young Haeun, game 7 just after this break.
Okay.
And we're back for game 7.
Last game.
An exciting match. The last 2 games in a row have been won by the 20-year-old world ranked number 25 on screen, Young Haeun from Korea. BILENKO's going to start with the serve in game 7, deciding game. Off the top of the net and out, and the first point goes to BILENKO. Shot like that happens, can get inside the head of the attacker, make them second guess themselves, lose a little confidence out there. And it happens twice in a row. Could it be the jitters? Pressure of game 7. Pouting. Young Haeun panting too. So much strength being used out there against this defender, bringing back ball after ball. This time the break is off the top of the net and in for Young Haeun with an apology. How fast she twiddles. Just crazy. Well-placed ball from Young right into the body, getting a fishing shot. The ball sails along on the forehand side. We're tied back up dead even. That's the one, forcing a hesitant shot out of BILENKO. Both players have earned their points breaking their opponent's serve. And of course, the exact opposite of what I said, actually. Everyone has taken their serve so far. Every point has been won by the server. 2, then 2. BILENKO on track right now, needing to hold on to a lead. Just long, beautiful touch shot from Young to bring BILENKO back into the table. So low, right low to the net. Ball not coming off the table. BILENKO being forced to get it from over. It's a very difficult shot. For the coach to feel that way, completely understandable. 3s all around. And an outright service receive point there. Deceptive amounts of spin deep to the backhand. Have not seen a lot of that from Young. Beautiful shot inside out with the backhand, sending it to the forehand side for Young. And whoever wins the next point is going to have the momentum as they switch sides of the table. But right now, again, dead even, BILENKO with the serve. And a very similar shot. It's the backhand out wide to the forehand side with the long pips. BILENKO is going to take the 5th point to switch sides. And again, the threat of the attack. If you're too one-dimensional, if you're all defense, there's no reason, well, a lot less reason anyway, for the attacker to feel pressure leaving the ball up on the table. Big point for BILENKO, goes up by 2. Again, on paper, BILENKO's the underdog. She wins this match. It is going to be the breakthrough performance of her career, as far as I know. Lucky edge break. BILENKO still almost gets the ball in that situation. As long as she doesn't roll an ankle, she lives to fight another point. A nearly amazing shot. Well, would have been an amazing shot around the net. And Young Haeun tries to slow it up and change the pace. Again, I'm not fluent in Korean, so I could have misinterpreted the body language of the coach, but it's very difficult for a player to really change the pace on the attack comfortably against such chops. Something hilarious to the Korean team. Well-placed ball right into the legs. Floats long, and Young trailing by 1 point. BILENKO's second serve, 7-6. Just short into the top of the net, and it's tied up at 7 points each. The fine balance of not sending it too long. One game, BILENKO's chops were floating a little long. Huge forehand just into the hand side of the racket. It's a big point for Young as she takes back the lead. Was down 2 and is now up 1. That has not been ending the rallies against BILENKO. Just missing on the cross-court block on the forehand side, spreading out on the table. See the sweat mark from her arm to get that ball just long. Young Haeun on the run to even recover if that comes back. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty. BILENKO, 7 points to 9. Too good, steps in.
8, 9.
Tricks all around. Said it once, I'll say it again. Topspin serve and steps in to take it right off the bounce wide with the long pips to the forehand side. Really sending Young on the run for that second serve, 1 point game. Just long, there's a racket toss, and it's 2 match points for Young Haeun, who was down 1 game to 3 to take this match and move on to the women's singles semifinals. We've seen some attacks in close situations from Tanya BILENKO. 2 serves and 2 match points for Young Haeun. And that is it. That is the match. The backhand attack with the long pips was blocked back, and the 20-year-old from Korea, world rank number 25, Young Haeun, has knocked out Tanya BILENKO, world rank number 88, 31-year-old, who is having an outstanding tournament. And it is Young Haeun who will move on to the women's singles semifinals. Stick around, because we've got another exciting match coming up just after this.